Story 1. I moved my one-bedroom apartment, and the total cost was only $200. They completed the move in less than 2 hours. I couldn't believe how inexpensive it was. The movers worked quickly and looked very sweaty. I felt bad and gave them a $100 tip. I feel like it would have taken me all day. Story 2. For carpenters, hammers are essential tools. Good hammers today can cost over $200. Mine cost $100 and I use it every day. It is significantly lighter than a standard hammer, which reduces the impact on your body. Story 3. Spending money on health can be a difficult decision. You might think the pain will go away in a few days, so it's not worth visiting the doctor. However, it could get worse and result in a more serious issue. You never know. Story 4. Your own divorce lawyer is essential when your partner has a lawyer who claims that their lawyer can settle everything for both of you. Story 5. Professional advice from a genuine expert is invaluable when facing a complex or unorthodox problem, whether it is legal, accounting, medical, or mechanical. My accountant's fees seemed high, but they resulted in an excellent tax refund. My medical expert diagnosed an issue that had, without exaggeration, burdened my ability to enjoy life fully for over 10 years. His fee and the associated medical tests appeared high, almost greedy, yet were worth every penny. Story 6. Car detailing. Anyone who is considering buying a new car should pay $200 to $250 to have the interior of their current car detailed. It is astounding how nice it feels to be in a new car. Story 7. A fitness or gym membership that you enjoy and use can greatly benefit your physical and mental health. I spend a lot on my Pilates membership, but I attend classes 4 to 5 times a week, and it has made a significant difference. Story 8. Nice knives. I bit the bullet and got a full set of Shunkaji knives, and now my wife and I compete over who does dinner prep. Story 9. Not only can you hire movers, but you can also hire them to pack for you. If you want to treat yourself, you can have them unpack at your new place. You can continue living your life as usual, and in one afternoon, your entire house will be packed. They will then unpack and take all the boxes and paper with them. It's worth every penny. Story 10. Cream cheese. I make a lot of cheesecakes, and the name brand cream cheese is far better than the inexpensive varieties. Story 11. Therapy and counseling can reveal mental blocks or blind spots we may not recognize. Often, the way we speak and the words we use shape our self-perception. The narratives we create for ourselves are vital. Therapists and counselors can help identify aspects of ourselves that we may never have questioned, leading to increased productivity and personal growth. This guidance contributed to my ability to get married and maintain a successful marriage. Story 12. For those in wetter climates, proper garden furniture is essential. Trendy plastic rattan items tend to perish after 2 years. Story 13. Mattresses provide significant value due to the amount of time spent on them, resulting in a low hourly cost of use. Additionally, a better mattress contributes positively to overall sleep quality and health. Story 14. Really quality, high-end furniture is available at consignment stores. Everything else comes and goes, but the antiques I bought 20 years ago still bring me joy. While everything else becomes obsolete, that 300-year-old Persian mirror just gets cooler with time. Story 15. Anything that costs less in time compared to money adds value. If I wanted to paint a room, it would take a day of my time for preparation and labor in addition to material costs. However, hiring someone to do a better quality job with no effort on my part, for around the price of my daily salary, is worth it. I either lose time or money. I would rather save the time to spend it recreationally. Story 16. A cleaner. Yes, you can clean things yourself. I do. I can tell you that I am prepared to never do it again if I could afford a cleaner. The stress of domestic burdens can be overwhelming. Stay-at-home moms understand. The struggle is real. Story 17. I have 2 golden rules on the subject. 1. That which goes between you and the ground. Examples include premium quality mattress, desk chair, shoes, and tires. That which touches the skin. Examples include premium quality underwear, socks, undershirts, and bed sheets. Story 18. I always buy good garbage, recycling, and compost bags. If you have ever had a garbage bag explode its contents all over the floor, you will understand why. Story 19. Good barbecue. Takes hours and skill to prepare. I wish it were cheaper. I could eat it every day. Story 20. Tattoos are an investment. Opting for cheap or free tattoos can lead to regret. From personal experience, it's best to choose a skilled artist, as their services may be more expensive, but the quality is worth it. Keep in mind that a tattoo is a lifelong commitment, and removing it with laser treatment can also be costly, depending on the design. Story 21. A higher quality 1,700-watt iron. If you iron every day, then throw that $15 Target iron in the garbage where it belongs. A quality iron has millions of small holes for increased steam output and reaches a temperature hot enough to burn you, so be careful. It also provides 5 times the steam output. Not only will your ironing chore reduce from 15 minutes a day to 5 minutes a day, but your clothes will look sharper and crisper. Everything about these high-quality irons is engineered better. Story 22. Beef jerky is made by dehydrating beef to 28% of its original water content. This process requires 1 pound of beef to produce 4 ounces of jerky, along with the necessary thyme and spices for seasoning. Story 23. Good quality bed sheets, particularly those with higher thread counts, are a worthwhile investment in the long run. Story 24. Physical therapy and personal training. A good physical therapist will not only help improve your health, but also teach you how your body can and should move. A personal trainer is beneficial for accountability and achieving your strength goals. Honorable mention. Any plumber or electrician. I avoid any electrical repairs and struggle with plumbing. However, I understand that a DIY mistake can end up costing more than hiring a professional for repairs and preventative work. Story 25. Shoes 1,000 times over. I keep seeing people thinking anything over $60 is overpriced, but a good shoe will last a while and be more forgiving on your feet in the long term. Just commit to buying a solid pair of shoes once a year if the price is deterring you. Story 26. Those special socks for running and hiking made a significant difference. My wife and I went to Europe for a few weeks last summer and walked many miles on pavement every day. Spending a few $100s on quality shoes and socks greatly improved our experience. Story 27. The litter robot. It is the most expensive option for your cats to use, but it is worth every penny. Story 28. Interior designers play a crucial role in transforming spaces. While many individuals may believe they can handle everything themselves at a low cost, from cabinets to flooring and wallpaper, achieving a cohesive and stylish look often requires professional expertise. Understanding spatial dynamics and design possibilities can turn a dull, empty apartment into a comfortable and inviting home. The investment in professional design services is well worth it. Story 29. A good pair of headphones with an audio jack is essential. It may seem outdated in the age of Bluetooth, but nothing frustrates me more than headphones dying when I don't have time to charge them. A quality wired pair of headphones offers superior sound quality without the compression issues that Bluetooth often causes. I work in audio, and it's the one area where I have expertise. Story 30. People complain about the price of stamps, but to me, it's amazing that I can put a card in an envelope and have it delivered directly to my cousin on the other coast for just 65 cents. Maybe they're not overpriced, but people like to complain every time the price goes up. Story 31. Gym membership. You shouldn't choose the most expensive option unless it's your preference. It is frustrating to hear people complain that it can cost up to 1,000 Swedish kronor or $100 a month, while they readily spend that amount on beer and drinks during a night out in town. Story 32. High-end ergonomic office chairs have increased in price since the pandemic, often nearly doubling compared to pre-pandemic rates during the lockdown, but they are still worth the investment. Consider brands like Steelcase or Herman Miller. A Steelcase Gesture or Leap V2 chair is a blessing for those who need to sit for most of the day. Additionally, renter's insurance is inexpensive and provides extensive coverage. Story 33. Good food. Most of the food in stores is of medium quality. Try visiting a nice butcher, ordering some exotic fruit, and preparing a plate of imported cheese with prosciutto. Make a baguette yourself and enjoy. Story 34. A good, reliable car, SUV, or truck with some features bought new. I prefer Japanese brands. It will be paid off while still being relatively new and will generally last a long time if you keep up with the service schedules, saving you from buying one unreliable vehicle after another. Story 35. Herman Miller office chairs. I spent around $700 in 2012 on a Mira chair after using one at a previous workplace and becoming tired of constantly replacing the inexpensive IKEA and Office Depot chairs every 12 to 18 months. 12 years later, I am still using it daily. It is still holding up well, and the warranty is just now expiring. Not only do you receive 12 years of warranty coverage, but you also get actual technicians coming to your home to service it if needed. Story 36. Pre-cut melon. I have been known to let watermelon go bad because I dislike the hassle and mess of cutting it. However, if it is already cut, I will eat it all within 2 hours of getting home. Story 37. Paying people to do your landscaping always sounds overpriced at first, but when you watch them while you're in the air conditioning, you realize a lot goes into it. Story 38. Home security systems are important for homeowners. Your insurance may charge you more if you do not have one, depending on the area you live in. Story 39. Most wine is impressive. By the time you have vines that are 40 years old and land in a region that produces exceptional wine, it's remarkable that I can purchase a great bottle of wine for $40. Story 40. A cell phone costing $1,500 may seem expensive, but considering it provides many features that would have required separate devices years ago, it is completely worth it. Story 41. Shampoo and conditioner have truly been a game changer for me. Paying good money for these products has made my hair feel softer and healthier, and best of all, the results have lasted for months. Story 42. Hiring a painter is advisable if you are painting your entire space from floor to ceiling, especially if it is a decent size. I recently undertook this task myself, but it was extremely time-consuming and physically exhausting. I understand why others choose to pay professionals who can complete the job in a much faster time frame. Friends have since offered to pay me a significant amount to paint their spaces, but I told them no price would be worth it. I'm done with painting. Hire a professional. Story 43. Anything that goes between you and the ground, such as your mattress, shoes, and tires, should not be overlooked. This was some of the best advice my grandpa gave me, and it has served me well. Story 44. My premium gym membership costs about 400 Canadian dollars for 2 adults and 1 toddler. They provide babysitting and organize various activities for the kids while parents enjoy their time on the premises. Available 7 days a week. The membership includes a wide range of classes, such as different hot yoga styles. Other classes include fight conditioning and many more options. There is an outdoor soccer field, indoor pickleball courts, and an indoor basketball court. The facility features an outdoor water park, pool, swimming lanes, hot tub, and bar, as well as an indoor pool, swimming lanes, and hot tubs. Amenities include a steam room, dry sauna, razors, creams, lotions, deodorant, towels, and combination lockers. There is an on-site spa, massage, and salon services available for an additional charge. The gym also has an on-site cafe bistro. I'm sure I'm forgetting some details, but so far, it has been worth every penny to stay active in enjoyable ways. Story 45. I recently started hiring a house cleaner twice a month, and she has made a significant difference in my daily life. I actually enjoy spending time at home now. Sure, I pay her around $250 per month, but it is manageable with a shift or two of overtime. I truly can't emphasize the impact it has had on my mental health. I struggle to keep my apartment under control. I feel like I can breathe again. I prioritize paying my cleaner alongside essential expenses like groceries because if I don't have her come, my apartment becomes chaotic. I've convinced a few of my friends to hire her, and they have all said the same thing. She has brought them more clarity and peace than they had experienced in a long time. Story 46. Portable air conditioning units for the UK summer. I have been meaning to get one for years, and I finally did it. Now I can enjoy a cool bedroom to sleep in each night. Before people say the UK doesn't have hot summers, we do experience heat waves, and the humidity can be unbearable. Additionally, my flat is designed to retain heat, making it uncomfortable during most of the summer. Story 47. Traveling outside your comfort zone, both literally and figuratively, can be enriching. It is advisable to stay away from insincere patriotic individuals while traveling. Story 48. You are overlooking the most important thing, a good bed. It might cost a significant amount. Mine is a top-of-the-line Tempur-Pedic and retails for around $8,000 to $9,000. I bought it on sale for about $2,000, making it one of the most expensive items I own, but it truly makes an incredible difference in quality of life. When you sleep well with proper posture and support, your days are clearer, and you have more strength to move forward. A good mattress will also last a long time if you take care of it. I will never again compromise on a cheap mattress. Story 49. Good shoes and a good mattress are essential. You spend most of your life either in shoes or in bed, so ensure they are of high quality. Story 50. Quality polarized sunglasses. My significant other never wore sunglasses because she only had cheap ones that were constantly breaking and smudged, making it difficult for her to see. I got her a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses for Christmas, and she never leaves the house without them. They are quite affordable on eBay if you know how to spot counterfeits. Story 51. A cleaning person. I worked in social services, so when I started hiring a cleaning service, I could barely afford it. However, I found myself spending my Saturdays cleaning and my Sundays recovering from cleaning. Granted, I have been diagnosed with medical issues that I seem to have collected over time. I would have given up cable before giving up the help with cleaning. Now that I am retired and have even more physical limitations, I am so glad I can continue to afford this assistance. Story 52. A product called the BedJet consists of two sheets sewn together to create a pocket between them, into which a small air conditioning and heating unit blows air. The price starts at about $800, with several more expensive options available. I started experiencing night sweats about 5 years ago due to perimenopause. For 4 of those years, I was lucky if I managed 2 hours of sleep without waking up drenched in sweat. Some nights were so bad that I would wake up every half hour, hot and sweaty. The sheets and pillow would be soaked. It was disgusting. I kept stacks of towels next to the bed and would swap them out throughout the night. This situation severely affected my mental and physical health. I tried cooling sheets, a fan, cooling mattresses, and setting the air conditioning to a freezing temperature at night, anything to avoid waking up sweating. The problem was that if the house was freezing, I would be cold, and waking up drenched would leave me shivering and chattering my teeth. The cooling mattress felt like sleeping on an ice cube, and I couldn't get warm. The BedJet allowed me to set a temperature that worked for me. On the first night I used it, my husband had to keep checking on me because I slept so late. When I finally got up, he asked how I slept, and I started sobbing, saying, "It was glorious." The cool air on top of me, combined with the warmth from the mattress, was perfect. I have now slept without night sweats for 7 glorious months. Story 53. Fresh food, if it can reach my plate within 48 hours of being harvested, is worth an extra $1 or $2. Throughout my life, I believed I disliked many vegetables. It turns out I just dislike vegetables that were picked before they were ripe and spent 2 weeks on a cooler truck. Story 54. If you sit for long hours at your desk, a good chair is essential. Spending over $1,000 may seem like a lot of money, but your back is priceless. Story 55. Nice clothes. Not the most expensive items, but a $60 solid white hoodie versus a $20 solid white hoodie is worth it. They can be washed many more times, do not pill, are more comfortable, and are often produced ethically. I attended a baseball game somewhat recently. I never go, but a friend wanted to, and I got a team hoodie. When I looked at the receipt, I was shocked by how much they cost. However, I wear that hoodie nearly every day because it is so comfortable and well made. I've washed it over 20 times, and it still looks as good as it did on day one. Since then, I've tried to do more research and choose brands that are like that. They offer much better value. There is a current trend of buying the absolute cheapest quality clothing to follow fast fashion, which has left us in a cycle of purchasing low-quality clothes that often sit in the closet for years after being used only twice. For me, this is because they degrade after just 2 washes. I have a lot of clothes in my closet that are just regular hoodies, but I don't wear them often because I know they are going to fall apart and look bad after 1 wash cycle. Story 56. Phone insurance at carriers can be a bit complicated. The main incentive to buy it is the risk you face if something happens to your phone. Without insurance, you will still owe money on a broken or lost device. Story 57. If you work at a desk or computer, consider anything that will improve the ergonomics of your setup for your unique size and shape. Just because it says ergonomic doesn't mean it will work for you. I have spent significantly more trying to fix my body's problems than I have on the right desk, $600, chair, $1,800, mouse, $30, monitor stand, free, etc. As a short woman, finding items that fit me can be difficult and sometimes pricey, which caused me to wait too long. Trust me, long-term disability and pain are not worth it. Story 58. Professional art supplies are essential. I have seen people use student-grade materials and sell their work, which concerns me because those supplies may not hold up well over time. Feels like they are deceiving their supporters. I always choose artist-grade professional materials. Story 59. Everyone wants free art or claims you are charging too much. If you want cool art, you have to pay someone to create it. If it takes 4 to 5 hours to finish a piece, I am not charging you $30. It is more likely over $100. Story 60. Buying at a growers-only farmers market is expensive, but you are obtaining the best produce while supporting the farmers who grow, pick, and sell to you. Story 61. Business class on international flights is a total game changer. I can no longer fly in economy class, especially on international trips. Story 62. A good pair of running or walking shoes may be uncomfortable when you purchase them, but they will end up being worth it. Story 63. Owning a home in a premium location is crucial. At the end of the day, it is family and our living environment that constitute the most impactful aspects of the human experience. There is nothing else you can acquire in this world that holds as much importance as the home you inhabit. Shelter, comfort, safety, and schools matter significantly. Over the years, I have owned various homes and found that the best value is often in what are considered overpriced homes. When I refer to homes, I truly mean their locations, including country, state, city, county, suburb, and even the specific street where the home is situated. There is a reason homes that back onto busy streets tend to cost less, for example. There is also a reason homes in coastal California are priced higher than those in the South. The living experience is drastically different in a tucked-away area that is tranquil and lacks through traffic. Additionally, there is a notable difference when you reside in an area with pleasant weather that allows you to enjoy outdoor amenities like a pool. Story 64. A good bed can cost $3,000 to $4,000. However, a poor quality bed can cost you $1,000, and you may have to replace it 3 to 4 times in a decade. I did some research on my last bed, paid $3,500, and I have had it for 12 years now. It is still the most comfortable bed I have ever slept on. Even when I travel, I look forward to coming home. Story 65. Renting movies at home that you really want to watch for $5.99 when they first become available is convenient. Every time I tell my friends, "No, it's not on streaming. You have to rent it," they audibly grunt and shrug it off, even though they seem genuinely excited to watch the movie. Why wait months for it to become available on a streaming service? Renting is much cheaper than going to the theater. Don't tell me you don't want to spend money when you just spent the same amount at a coffee shop for mediocre coffee. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.